Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode 6 of 16-Bit Rivals. And today, I'm obviously joined by Ridges and Callum. Why Callum? There he is. Look at that. He's got some new tricks up his sleeve. We are upgrading. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are upgrading. I've got myself a new mic, fancy new mic. Why Callum's got a fancy new Zoom feature, it looks like. Ridges is in a whole different place. His setup is currently in progress, but we've managed to snag him out of his
It's all that ad money that we've been earning. We are rolling in it, right? You won't believe how much money we have.
I mean, I'm having to shovel it and send people over to your place to literally stack it up. I mean, all of those subscribers that we've got. Whew, tell me, like 25 million, because that is obviously it's in million, isn't it? The subscribers.
Yeah.
It doesn't say million, but
we know.
We know it. So so we're gonna be catching up today. We've got a lot to talk about, but first of all, we'll just have a quick little chat. How is it going, Ridges? How is the move going? Mm, mm,
The room.
The room. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Yeah. This is obviously before we get into our studio. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. 35 million subscribers. I think we'll be there in no time. I think
it's in New York, isn't it? So we'll just get our private jet.
Of course. And private jet, private pilot. We'll just be smashing through. I just smacked the bike. But we do have a return. Do we not? We see a trailer on Twitter for a return to streaming. There was a teaser trailer, so it's just teasing at the moment.
Well, I feel like now is as good as ever to announce the official date of Bridget's return, and it is. TBA. The confirmed rumor that I've heard that it's going to be August the 20th. That's when the return is going to happen. I don't know what day that is. Hold on, bear with listeners. August is it's perfect. It's on a weekend. Oh
dear. There is a lot going on. Richard is very, very busy, but we're all looking forward to his return to streaming. And if you haven't seen the trailer, what an awesome trailer! Loved it. And go check him out on Twitter. We'll do our outros at the end. But yeah, so stick with us. And Callum is fast approaching 500 followers on Twitch. He's got so much time on his hands. His missus is just loving the fact that he's streaming.
She loves
hours and hours and hours of the day now.
She loves
one of the premier Football Manager streamers out there, and just growing.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm having a crazy couple of weeks. I'll be honest. I'm streaming pretty much every weekday at the moment because I'm on my summer holidays, and it's going really well. I'm really enjoying streaming. We're building a little community there, and it's genuinely quite exciting at the moment. I feel like I am starting to be noticed by people who are big Football Manager content creators. So It's not where I expected to be, if I'm honest, at this point, because considering I only started in February. But yeah, it's really, really exciting, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. It's really, really
I
enjoyable.
think that's the important thing, isn't it? But I think you're doing a great job, and I think anyone obviously just I think both of you've just got that the nature about you. You can draw people in, and I think sticking to Football Manager was probably a good decision. Bridges, you just need to get back in. Sometimes it's just that bump of getting back in, isn't it?
Yeah.
People don't even, they need to realise that you're back in the game, and I think that trailer was a good start. But
Yeah.
I don't think you should wait too long for the trailer because you said coming soon.
Good
Soon.
point.
So otherwise, that trailer then becomes
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
It's back.
All right. There you go.
Oh,
It could happen. It could happen.
Yes.
So if you're watching this on the day, it's the 10th of August as we record, then crack on.
11th of August.
So, Richards, have you had a chance to actually play anything? Being super busy, back at work now, still got your house moved, having to set up your PC. Have you actually even played it? Uh-huh. What did you think? Yeah. And, I can't remember what was in the demo now because I've got the full game, but they all play. They all play slightly differently. Yeah. Mm. Oh, oof. And you just get back into it. I mean, I wasn't. I really enjoyed seeing it, but mm, mm. It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those games. Mm, yeah, excellent. And Callum, I know you've been playing. I was in your stream earlier. I know you've been playing Football Manager. This is Prime Callum. Have you managed to jump on anything else, or have you been too?
No, not this week. Not this week.
Uh,
No, it's just
uh,
been a lot of Football Manager. A lot of Football Manager.
yeah. To be fair, you're streaming for hours and hours of the day of
Yeah.
Football Manager. I can't imagine you would then go and play something else in the time in between streaming.
No, well, I've finished streaming about 3 hours ago, and I was like, I just need to not be looking at a screen for a little while now. I just sort of need to be like, oh, So I just like sort of went outside with the dogs for a bit, but yeah, it was it's pretty full on.
But this is what happens when you become big, Caleb. You
Wow,
really pigeonhole
huge.
it to
I mean,
Football
Football Manager
Manager.
and podcasting. I mean,
Mm.
it's really
It's a busy,
exploding,
yes,
frankly.
it's a busy schedule,
Yeah, it
definitely.
is.
So we need some.
I know.
It's
Thank goodness for that. It was a close call.
uh, but yeah. So I mean, for me, I have been busy, but I have managed to get in a ton more of Xenoblade 3, and this might be my favorite game well, almost my favorite game. If we've done our top five. My favorite game currently is Triangle Strategy, but this is really, really playing like definitely. This is one or two. It's just going to go like, and I think I don't know. Of the year, I don't know. Definitely won't be my favorite game of all time, but I think that's a discussion for another day. Where we'll go into our individual favorite games of all time. This year, certainly. I mean, for those that think it's been a quiet year, maybe don't play a huge variety of games. It's been pretty busy. Xenoblade 3 is a massive game. I put almost 30 hours into Xenoblade 3, and I don't think I've even touched the sides. I'm on chapter 4, but I'm
Wow.
loving it. And I was just like, oh, do you know what? I've got 10 minutes before work. Let's just go in and grind a little bit. The good, yeah, the great. I mean, I played till 3 in the morning. I haven't done
Wow.
that since I was a kid. Like I just played and played, and I thought, just a bit. And I thought, oh my god, it's 3 o'clock. I gotta get up in 3 hours. Crap. I haven't done that. This
It's
is
an awesome feeling. It's an awesome feeling when
yeah,
you just get you. It's with any form of media, whether it's a
yeah,
show or a game or a book or
yeah,
something like that. When you just get so eaten up by it, you're like, oh my
yeah.
god, I just want to keep. I don't want to stop doing
Mm.
this. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, and I can't say I've done that with many games in the past. And like I've said before, I mean, before Xenoblade 3 come out, I was playing Live Alive, which I loved, and Neon White, which I loved as well. Both of them are fantastic games. And I just gutted I didn't complete either of them before Xenoblade 3 come out because I've yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Mirror's Edge. It's not it's Mirror's Edge esque, but it's like that you do have sort of it sort of melds like speed running with platforming and first person shooting. It's really interesting. The story is pretty good. The voice acting's great. You got like nice little style to it, and it's really just fun to play. And I was really getting into it. And then Xenoblade 3 come out and just knocked it sideways. But yeah, so I mean that's what we've been playing this week. Pop in the comments and let us know what you've been playing this week, and if you've been up to date, because sometimes time gets the better of all of us. Uh, but we will pop onto the rundown of the news, and we've had sort of I would say not breaking news, but something that's been in the news currently is Forspoken, which we have spoken about Forspoken. I don't know if anyone's watched the trailer for Forspoken. Okay, it has got a lot of hate. I don't know if anybody's seen the
Oh,
hate. I don't. I've only briefly looked at it. So what I was thinking we could do to start off the news was watch the Forspoken Twitter trailer. It's only like 30 seconds long, and then we could either hate on it or say, I don't know what the issue is. But this game's coming out next year. It was moved, I believe, to get out of God of War's way because, as far as I'm um, aware, yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's no reason why it was delayed other than to get out of God of War's way. It is pretty much ready to go. So if I share my screen, and hopefully everybody's going to be able to see this. Oh crap! I'm going to see if I can full screen this. I can. Okay, I can full screen it. So it's just going to be a brief trailer. Are we happy to do that, guys?
no, no way.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm not very good at doing any of this, so we're
This
gonna
is
just
100% going to work. It's definitely going to work.
this is gonna work. If it doesn't work, guys, you know this. We're amateur at the moment. When we hit 100 episodes, maybe we'll get better. But so, can you tell me when you jumped into it?
Yeah,
You ready for it? Are you all both ready for it? I
couldn't
haven't
be
seen
more
this
excited.
either. This is going to start our news. We'll give our little opinions on it. We could do this. Could be a like a regular thing if something happens on the day that we're recording, because another thing happened today, which we will discuss. But let's just go to the screen, full screen, and I'm going to just play it. Okay, here we go.
Good luck.
So let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop. Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, kill jacked up beasts. I'll probably fly next.
Okay,
Okay.
well, that was it. That's what's got everyone talking. Um, so
Okay.
I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, I'll give you a little bit of context.
Go on.
In a way, so I've seen a lot of chat about this, and I quickly looked into the chat before I looked into the trailer. It is the hammy, cringeworthy dialogue.
Oh,
Um,
see, I liked that. I liked the dialogue. I thought it was quite engaging.
uh,
Do you think it's similar to God of War?
I don't think it's similar in terms of that. I don't think it was anything to do with similarity. I was just thinking in terms of focus. The focus was going to be on God of War. It always has. This is Sony's biggest game in years, and certainly the biggest game this year. So I don't necessarily think it was the fact that it was similar. I just think, say they both came out on the same week, no, and you're only going to buy one.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, if it came out on the same week, but if it came out a month apart, are they saying that? Isn't it? It's November and January, so yeah. So I mean, they're still in competition. Like, just because it's not coming out in the same month doesn't mean they're not in competition.
They are, but the focus will be different. So they'll focus on God of War first. Yeah, and just got buried. Yeah, and to me, yeah, but pairing it with PlayStation 5s is, I mean, it's selling really, really, really well, and it's selling because every time, so the UK charts, I keep up to date with all this sort of stuff. The UK charts come out. Horizon jumped up to the top of the charts this week. It jumped up to the top of the charts because PlayStation got stock in. So as soon as stock gets in, and it's usually the bundle. So people buy the bundle. That's a click for Horizon because they've already bought that with it.
Kind of genius, isn't it? Really.
So that it counts, and it's like Mario Kart as well with the Switch. They always bundle Mario Kart in with the Switch on Black Friday. Has the same effect. Mario Kart's one of the best-selling games of all time. And it's,
do you reckon it's purely because they sort of go, we need this game to have performed better, put it in with the console, and then...
No, not necessarily. I think there might be a little bit of that, but they need to sell PlayStation 5s. But
Ford, if Ridge has just said there, Horizon was released, and 2 weeks later it was buried by Elden Ring. If you're now saying it's months later, it's top of the charts. I'm telling you now, that's because of the PlayStation sales, and because people are struggling so much to get PS5s. They're going, oh, PS5 with Horizon, yeah. I want a PS5. Horizon's supposed to be good. I'll take it.
Exactly.
I want Horizon. Oh, I'll get a PS5 then. It's the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's
exactly. And
so I haven't touched it for months.
I've completed it, just for context, and it's a great game, and it's in on my top 5 this year.
Coming full circle back round to Forspoken though. Forspoken was one of the games that when I first saw it, I can't remember what direct it was. No, it's not called direct, is it? What's the state of play?
State of play,
whatever the state of play it was. But I watched the whole state of play, and I think out of that I went Forspoken. I like the look of Forspoken out of the whole of the state of play. And then it started dying off a bit, and then they released another trailer, and once again I went, I like this. And then I sort of went away and was like, do I only like this because it looks really good? What actually is it? I don't know. But I'll be completely honest with you. That trailer's brought me back round again. I really liked that trailer. I liked the character. That was one of the things I actually really enjoyed out of it. I think that style suits me. When it's sort of engaging, it's not sort of... that comes across as it's the character, isn't it? She's in the real world, and then suddenly she's in this world.
I do think, maybe this is just my personal preference. There's such a fine line between being terrible and hitting it just right.
Yeah, that's true. But we've seen a trailer, haven't we?
Exactly, we've seen a trailer. I am still on par with where I was before. So when I first saw it, I was really interested. Then they showed gameplay of it, and I was like, okay, that looks awful. Okay. I don't like it. Then I've seen this trailer which shows a little bit more, and I'm just like, okay, I'm on a wait and see approach with this game. Let's put it that way. But I think, the old internet's going to be the old internet, so people are going to complain and moan. And the big thing is people are really hating on it for the hammy, cheesy dialogue. It was only a few lines from the game. I mean, I know doing the old meta or we're self-aware stuff is really sort of in fashion now. You see it in TV programs, movies, particularly Marvel as well, do a lot of that. Okay, you could argue it's getting a little bit tired. But again, this game's been in development for ages, so who knows? But there you go. So we've got two pluses and one.
So I suppose the question is, it's coming out in January?
Yes. Yep.
right now, at this exact moment, do you want to buy it?
Going up. Yep. So yes,
I do, but I don't know if I'd buy it on release.
Okay, and at the moment I'm in no.
Okay.
So we're basically almost.
We couldn't be more on the fence as
we're
a
basically
three.
in all three aspects.
I think
buy
I'll
later,
buy it.
buy
Yeah.
now, no, not buy it. And
I mean,
I've
it's
got,
Ridges though. It doesn't count with Ridges. Ridges buys everything straight away.
Okay, because the game, if it doesn't sell well. Hmm. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
watched it again. I'm buying it on release, lads. I'm buying it on release. It looks so good. It looks so good. Like it looks like it's beautiful.
It is. It's a good-looking game, admittedly.
And there's dragons. I love dragons. And she's got a cuff. I'm not wearing cuffs. A talking cuff. I genuinely think it's going to be good. I don't know what. I mean, do I want to spend £70 on it? No, but do I want to spend £70 on anything? Not really. You know, so will I wait till it's 50 quid potentially? But I'm not going to buy God of War. Don't forget, I'm not buying God of War. So straight away, that release is not part of my gaming schedule.
Were you not a fan of?
Nope.
God of War?
Nope.
Okay.
I've played it 3 times. Well, started it 3 times and fallen off it 3 separate times. So I'm not buying God of War. I will be buying Pokemon. Yeah, I've pre-ordered Pokemon now, and thanks to Ridges. And I think this might be the next one. It might be the next one for me. So it might be the normal football games, Pokemon, and this. Oh well, obviously, I've got to get that. I'll be streaming the beta. It'll be incredible. But yeah, I think I'm glad. Yeah, end of October, yeah, or early November. I mean that. Oh, it's made me excited again. Oh yes. Come on, Forspoken. Put in the comments whether you're going to buy Forspoken or not.
Well, you let us know. And I think, do you know what we can do? Because we've got so many followers. If you've got something that you want to ask us,
yes,
we could add that in. Look,
of course
we got
can.
question time at the end. We can have question. We will discuss topics that you want us to discuss. We'll, I know we're malleable at the moment. We're so new. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
ASMR time.
Yeah. So yeah, pop your comments in the bottom, and yeah.
Oh, it's like Tark's guitar. He played that beautiful piece, and we couldn't hear a thing of it. Unbelievable. Didn't pick it up on the call, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately. Again, technical issues. We're new. You got to give us a cut of slack.
Yeah.
It's Discord.
But yeah, like I say, I'm really glad you've shown us that trailer because I'm genuinely excited about that game now.
There you go.
So
and
cool.
This is something we can do going forward, because let's just talk about the news. We've got Pokemon Presents happened. We were last week. It was last week. I'm sure we'll go over that. Also, sales for the Nintendo Switch release. They released the last quarter sales. They've hit 111 million. I know we've discussed the sales. We won't talk too much about the sales, but we will just touch on it. Marvel's Midnight Suns was delayed, so it's another delay on top of more and more delays. We also had the Pac-Man is getting a live action movie. Pac-Man is getting a live action movie. I don't know how that. It was in pixels, yeah. I can't imagine a Pac-Man live action movie, but there you go. Sonic 3's been given a December 2024 date. Splatoon 3 had a director date. I don't expect that either of you guys have watched it. I will give my quick thoughts. We will discuss that quickly. And also, FIFA 23 preview started here, and I know this one was a big one with you chaps. We will discuss FIFA 23. There are some oddities that I particularly saw from not a big FIFA 23 player. I used to play FIFA back in the days, but The big thing with this FIFA 23, sorry, the big thing with this FIFA game is it's the last FIFA game. Well, EA FIFA game. There will be more FIFA games, but this is the last collab. Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah, but at the moment, this is the last. This is an
Finally, I can wash my hands of the franchise. I can buy that last one and be like,
Yeah.
never again.
So yeah. So we will.
Oh yeah, of
Exactly,
course,
yeah.
yeah.
Of course, it's FIFA 24. Will they get FIFA 24 out? Who knows? I
Mm.
mean, it's very doubtful unless they've got someone working on it at this right minute, because they're going to need a.
They'd be idiots not to.
They would be idiots not to, but I mean, maybe they are idiots.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so there's going to be potentially 2 separate games.
Yeah,
So
so FIFA's becoming EA
Yeah.
Sports FC, isn't
Yeah.
it?
No,
So
EA.
FIFA
Yeah,
would be a different game.
FIFA as we know it is EA Sports FC, but then
Yeah.
FIFA are going to make a FIFA game. So you're
Mm.
going to have EA Sports FC, which is going to be done by the people you know who do FIFA. Then you're going to have EA Sport. And then you're going to have FIFA 24, for example, done by who the speg knows. I don't know who's going to do it. Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
telling you now, as a regular player of this game,
Mm.
I would be much more inclined to buy the FIFA than the EA Sports FC, purely because the current FIFA is the same game every single year. And that might sound stupid because it is a yearly release, it is a sport game, but they don't even try. They don't even try to change it. I mean, people who say to me, "Oh, why'd you buy it every year? It's just the same game." They're right.
They are
They
right.
are literally right. Like, there's tweaks, don't get me wrong, but I genuinely, if we talk about FIFA 23 in depth, I don't know anything about it, because whenever I go to a new FIFA game, I try and avoid it because I want to be surprised.
You're never
I
going to be
want to be surprised, and it never happens. Like, the
However-
last 10 years have been the same.
Callum, how do you feel? Because saying that, obviously, you would buy, say, FIFA 24, which will be the new entity.
Yeah.
It's a non. It's a non thing. We don't have any. We don't have anything to do. Who's going to be working on it? They could be it could be Gary in his shed.
But it's gonna be different, Flawed. It's gonna be different, and it's worth. Yeah, different could be rubbish. Different could be rubbish. But I have bought the same game for 20 years.
So what
I've
you're
bought the
saying
same game for 20 years. I want an alternate football game.
You'd rather. It could be. Or
What was it? I mean,
Uh,
don't get me wrong. I've in the past, I've bought Pro Evolve. I've bought This Is Football because I want something to be better than FIFA.
Yeah.
I want it, and it never is. But I want it to be
I don't
better.
think starting from scratch, it's going to happen.
They're not starting from scratch, though, are they? They won't start from scratch.
Engine, they're going to need everything. But so what you're saying is you would prefer new and rubbish rather than old.
Well, no. Hold on. You're saying new and rubbish. We don't know rubbish.
No, we don't know. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
It could be rubbish. It could be all right.
Hypothetically.
I would take a punt on it for a year, and I might get it wrong, and then just buy EA Sports FC. But I would prefer to have a gamble on something that will look different, with different colours and different stuff, and like different quirks and all sorts. I'd rather give that a go than the same game I've been buying for 25 years. Like that's just how I feel about it at the moment. Anyway,
that's fair. Ridges, do you share the sentiment of Callum, or are you going, no, I'm just going to buy EA Sports? Okay, so you are.
You're buying both, Ridges. You know you are. You're buying both. You're buying every sport game, just in case it might be the new FIFA.
Every game. Every game. So I don't know if either of you watched the trailer. I mean, generally and genuinely, I would never really watch the trailer. So they're doing something called every single FIFA game. It's like they just make up a word before motion, don't they? True motion, hyper motion, long motion. I don't know, whatever the crap you want to put in it. There's always some new motion that they're touting. Okay, so we expect that every time. The one thing that almost surprised me was the power shots. That's interesting. So it sort of slows down and zooms in like theatrically, and then goes wow. It's like was it okay? That's news to me. Yeah. Hmm. It's just yeah. This this just reminds me of sort of Mario Strikers. Like
Mm.
you'd whack up your power bar, hit those things, and then shoom, slow motion, fire in your eyes. Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's really difficult for games like FIFA though, because where do they go? Like, there's me, shouting criticisms about it, and other than sort of changing the interface or put, like for example, career mode is the mode I like. I like career mode, and a lot of FIFA fans, especially of our generation, were brought up on career mode. My biggest issue is they just haven't done anything with it at all. Like, even basics, like I'm saying, change the menus, change the interface, just do something slightly different
Yeah.
to make it look more fresh. There's no other game that does this. Like, even if you look at a Call of Duty that is a regular release each year, they change it up. They do change it up. Right. Oh, well, I'm buying it then. If they're changing the menus, I'm in. Pre-order. Yeah, hate that. I don't know why anyone would want to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that's been called for a while. Right. Yeah. That's really cool. That's a cool idea. Yeah.
Mm.
You can with Creator Club, can't you? But they'll never be able to with actual teams because it's the licensing, isn't it? Mm. Yeah. Well, the only way they'd be able to do that though, Rich, is because like in Football Manager, for example, you can have players. It comes up on a news story that they get kicked out of nightclubs. So they've missed training because they've kicked out of a nightclub, and it's always a regenerated player. They can never do it about in-game player because they could get sued. And like you have footballers come out as gay on the game, but obviously you can't just randomly go, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo's now come out as gay, because obviously that would get a massive backlash. So it can only be the fictitious elements of the game. So like
I
what
was
you're
going to
talking
say
about,
that's quite interesting. I thought they can't surely just out a player. That's
well, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. Like, it's so cool. Like, it's such a cool, and that's why I think as Football Manager, the game actually gets good when the real players go, because then it does become your own world, your own narrative almost. And FIFA, like it's just not possible. Even though I totally agree with you, and that would be awesome. Like if you could do that and really design that club. Even the Creator Club had its limitations. Like for example, you couldn't have sponsors on your shirts, and I think that immediately took away the reality element to the game, because every club you're playing against has a sponsor across their middle and you don't. I'm just like, that's just, I don't know, it just doesn't sit well for me. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, they're pointless. They just don't work, do they? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the career mode doesn't really work, does it?
Well, let's hope it works in this new game. We'll see. It's a last hurrah. Did they go out with a bang? I don't know. But why not just end this segment with, again, the same question? Release day, you're going to buy it, wait,
Mhm.
or skip? Uh,
I will wait until probably 2 days before and then buy it.
okay. So
I'll keep telling myself I'm not going to.
that technically counts as buying it on release day.
Oh yeah,
You're
I will buy it on release. I will. As I said to you before we started recording, I've been given. I don't think it's like like oh they've picked me out of a hat. I think it's very much just a random thing. That I've been picked for the beta, and I don't think I'll play it just because if I'm going to buy a game, I don't like the idea of playing it beforehand because I'm going to spend the money on it anyway. So I may as well find it out
only
once
if
I
you're going
actually
to
get
spend the
it.
money on it anyway. Otherwise, if you played the beta and then didn't enjoy it, then you could just go, right, well, I'm saving my money now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm always really hesitant to do that on FIFA though, because they tend to almost completely change the game. Like before on the beta, the actual gameplay itself is quite regularly really
Yeah.
different
Mhm.
from the actual. So what I might do is I might play a couple of friendlies on the beta to see how the game actually feels, but I wouldn't do a career mode.
Yeah.
Um,
I just think just get a feel for the game.
yeah, but like I say, they change it. Then there's a day one patch, and suddenly it's all completely different anyway. So it's one of those. But yeah, I would. Ford, are you buying it on day one? Come on, Ford.
I'm not.
Oh, another one. What are
Yeah.
you going to buy, Ford? Goodness me.
So we're going to go on to that next. So I did allude to there was I didn't allude. I just outright said it.
Yeah.
There was a Splatoon 3 direct today.
Ah.
So I mean, yeah. So I'm assuming neither of you played either of the iterations. Um, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I cannot believe you just assumed that Ridges hasn't played a game.
No. I assumed he had them. I assumed he hadn't
Oh,
played them,
fair,
but there's a difference.
fair.
I mean, you'd sort of kill squid people things. Uh, no, I mean, I really enjoyed one. I didn't play. I really enjoyed two, but something come up and then I never went back to it. Three looks great. So I did watch the direct for context, and they're doing some really cool stuff. They're just leaning into everything. I really enjoyed the single player expansion that they did for two. Actually, I got that and played it, and it's actually free um, for Switch Online expansion path members. I highly recommend it. It's actually yes, yes. So it's Salmon Run. It's called. It's really good fun. It's like a horde mode type thing, but it's got Splatoon for me is great, like because I'm not particularly competitive shooter person. And Splatoon, the original, was like, oh, do you know what? I don't even need to be good at killing people. I can be the person who just squirts everything. And it is an esport, but yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah. As long as I don't come up against them, I'm having a great time.
How have we just missed the fact that what Flaud just said there?
What?
I don't like shooting games, but I just want to be the one who squirts everything. I mean, what on earth is that? I must admit, Call of Duty, not for me, like, at all.
No,
But like
but
something like this, I mean, like if you two turned around and went, we're
Oh,
both getting Splatoon 3. Do you fancy getting it as well, and we can play a bit online? I'd be like, yeah, I'd give that a go.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm at a point now where I'm just having to tighten the old strings a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Just
Not again.
rivals juice everywhere. But it's exactly. I mean, let's do it. Let's do a live 60-bit rival stream where we just squirt everywhere.
Tell you what, I said this to Ridges the other day, and I'm going away from that. I said this to Ridges the other day. Like, our intention, look behind the curtain here, is to meet up and at some point do a live podcast. Oh my god, the fans are going wild. But like, I was thinking as well, like a let's play of a game would be really cool. And I know it's not necessarily a podcast,
No,
but
it's in
we could talk while we play. You know, we can have that. And I don't know whether people would be interested in potentially seeing something like that, because I think that would be great fun. Like and I don't know what game. I don't know whether it would be like, you know, something that's sort of side scrollery or something like that. I don't know. You know, but something that we could play together would be so cool. I think
even do you know what? I think that's a great idea. Stuff together we could play, and we could just post. We could do little evenings. We could even, you know what? Even if someone, um, even if you've got a game that you want to play, and we jump into the chat and we just watch you play and talk with you and get your opinions on it. Obviously, Pokemon's going to be big. You guys are both big Pokemon games. That's a prime opportunity. I'm a casual Pokemon player. But it's multiplayer. Why not pop in? I'll pop in.
That is a really good point. Like, that would be awesome to just have a chat while we're looking for Pokemon together. Like, that would be cool.
The earlier we do that, I think the better, because then we can give our proper initial impressions and our updates on it, rather than up the what?
Up the what?
I don't. Sorry, that's just. Okay.
Is it 11th when it comes out? 18th. So we could potentially, if we're thinking about it, we could do something on the release date and then get it out that weekend.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan. I think we will mull over that and.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, we're thinking aloud here. Sorry.
Let us know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. But while we were on the topic, did you both watch the direct? The Presents, rather, it's not a direct. It's called a Pokemon Presents. I mean, do any of you, before we go into the Scarlet and games, do any of you have anything to say on the guff that they showed beforehand?
I skipped through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I play Pokemon Go still.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, so what were your overall impressions on Scarlet and Violet? This crystallizing thing, yeah. I like the idea of it though, because I think the change in grass, the types, could add an extra layer to No, they said I'm pretty sure they said every Pokemon can
Yeah, I
go.
think they did as well.
So that adds quite a big layer of like you could have a
Mm.
mm, mm, mm.
But is your main issue with it the design of it then? Yeah.
Well,
See, I, mean, I don't know. Sorry,
so
Fraud.
no, no, go on, Callum. Yeah. So, are you on the same lines as Ridges? Then are you? Are you?
Not
Are you?
particularly. I'm not that bothered about it, if I'm honest. Like, I think I agree with you in the sense of I quite like the idea of you can get to that end battle, like the Dynamaxing in a gym, and rather than it just being, oh, Gengar's massive now and he's got a huge mouth, it's Gengar is here and now he's water type. And you go, whoa, well, I was expecting him to be fire because he was fire last time. I don't know whether there's an unpredictability or whether it's Eevee is always grass or water, or you can get in there and suddenly Eevee becomes electric. Like that to me would be quite exciting and really challenging as well, especially if you're gearing up to a gym to be ready for the big fire ending and it turns out to be water and it completely knocks you off. I don't know, but if I'm being completely honest with you, I wasn't overly, I didn't have a major opinion on it either way. Like, it is what it is. Dynamaxing didn't do an awful lot for me first time round. I think as a whole game, I'm really excited. Like, I was excited anyway, but just the fact that it's going, I mean, it's ticking every box for me, if I'm honest with you. It's going, right, it's an open world. So you've got that Arceus element. Brilliant. Absolutely love that. But we've also got gyms. Oh my God, that's fantastic. You know that there's that meme where there's the guy who's sitting there, he's going, and then he goes, and he goes, oh, at the
Yeah.
end. It's a bit like that with me at the moment. Like, each thing they kept saying was like, and there's different stories and you can choose and you can do them when you want. I was like, yes, yeah, man. But like, I was just like, they're trying a lot. I suppose that's my only reservation. Is how big is this game gonna be? You know, when you go in open world, you've got the gyms that you can challenge whenever you want. You've got the two other mystery story things. You know, like it's like there's a lot going on here. When Arceus on its own was, I know it wasn't open world, but it was like open world hubs, wasn't it? And that took hours upon hours upon hours, and that was without gyms. You know, so I dread to think how many hours this game could be, especially with multiplayer as well.
Mm,
Not to the same extent, I
no,
wouldn't say.
mm, well, yeah. One of the
Okay.
mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, okay, well, so yeah. I believe it was largely positive from the Pokemon Presents, and I do think some of the stuff they're doing it's pretty interesting. It actually looked good to me, who's a casual Pokemon player. Um, I am intrigued to see how they're going to pull this off. I am not of the same thought. I believe there is going to be 3 separate stories for each game. I believe one of them they basically said to some sort of big treasure hunt, which I think
Yes, of course they did. Yeah.
the old dude who's doing the treasure hunt looks like he could be the old, the headmaster, whatever he is. Probably going to turn out to be some big evil character.
No, spoiler alert! Oh my
I
god, I
mean,
can't believe
I
you've just done that.
just I've been in the game too long, man. I know. I can see the telltale signs of evil. Yeah, at the beginning. So there's got to be a.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with that. And
so
I don't know how I feel about the legendaries, if I'm honest. Now they're motorbikes.
they look weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I when we first saw them, that trailer where they were first revealed, they're on top of the hill. I was like, whoa, they look incredible when they're stood up on their hind legs, and then you suddenly see them now, and they're just like, well, don't worry, you don't need a bike anymore because this is a
Yeah.
legendary Pokemon with a wheel on its chest. It's like,
Exactly. It's an odd. It's very odd because. Mm,
well, when they were showing it on the video, it did look a bit more like he was going like this, and the futuristic one was just gliding across the ground. I mean, I just don't get it. I think it's such a shame because
there
they
is.
look brilliant and they could be such cool legendaries. I think they might ruin them.
I don't know, but I just think there is like because generally that is the big. You don't spend a lot of time with those legendaries, do you? On the front of the box. There's got to, yeah, exactly. So I'm of the thought that there is a big and it's going to be involved in the story. A
Another
big,
legendary.
yeah, big legendary that you
It
don't.
would make sense. I think you're right because I think it takes away. How
Mm,
can you call them a legendary when you're
mm.
giving them immediately and they're your bicycle?
I mean, we
Like,
don't know you get them immediately. We
well,
know
it
that.
looks like you do. I mean, like most of the gameplay that they showed was on it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying you go, here's your Pikachu and here's your legendary Pokemon, off you go, Ash. It's not going to be like that, but I think it's not going to be far off. Pointless, stupid. I think you're right, but yeah, but they shouldn't be legendaries then.
Yeah, so that's an interesting choice if that
You,
happens.
you, you're probably once again you are probably right. Like those animals that the weird deer that you got, then you could ride around on the weird deer, and you are. But then, like I say, they shouldn't be the legendaries. They shouldn't be the
You can't,
standout of it
I
because
believe
you're not riding around on Palkia and Dialga, are you?
that.
Like you're. I don't know. Now we're talking. This is why I like having chats with you two because now it's just that's thrown me into disrepute. I'm not buying it now. That's it. I'm done.
Well, that takes us to the last part of the wrap up of Pokemon. Yeah, so
Hmm,
you got the Callum.
I'm
We know
back
you.
in.
I mean, we already know. I already know that you guys have ordered it, so this is almost a mute
Hmm.
discussion. Are you going to buy it, Callum? And what have you ordered? If you are
Yes, and I have ordered Pokemon Scarlet and just Scarlet.
just Scott and Ridges, dual pack. Of course, the Ridges is going to. Okay, interesting.
Trading.
Yeah. It's- yeah,
And Ice Cube.
yeah.
The penguin with an ice cube on his head. It's great. So I'm gutted about that. Neither can I.
So,
I'll check.
hmm,
Stonejourner is the other exclusive.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Fido. Yeah. Fido spelt like dough, and it's like bread, like oily bread. That's what they said. And then every time Pokemon comes, some Pokemon becomes meme worthy, and this looks like a big one. Yeah. So, yeah. And I think it was Wooloo, the sheep-looking one as well. Wooloo was the one. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is you get the Pokemon that become meme worthy, but nobody ever actually uses them beyond. Oh, that's cute, and then shove them into the back of the pack. Yeah,
Lechonk will be rubbish.
yeah,
Lechonk will be
it'd be
rubbish.
rubbish, but people will love him.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, yeah, mm,
No, I think it will have a move. I think it
uh,
will. I don't know. I can see what you're saying, but I mean, like, I've already seen people saying they're going to play a playthrough with only Lechonks, and I'd like to see that streamed. Someone just with 6 Lechonks in their party. Yeah, there you
mm.
go. There you go. The Lechonk playthrough. Flawed. Are you? This is the one we want to know.
Okay.
Are you buying
We
Pokemon?
didn't go for Splatoon 3. Are you buying? We'll just do that quickly. Are you buying Splatoon 3? Yes, no. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yes, that was it. Let's look at Pokemon. And for me, yes, I am. I don't know which one yet though, but yes, I am buying it.
Well, you've got to look at legendaries,
I
Flawed.
know.
Do you want the robot motorbike or the dragon motorbike?
I'm thinking robot at the moment, so I'm going almost. But again, undecided. Uh, but- so yeah, so that's Pokemon. We've heavily got into some of these subjects, so we're going to blast through some of these topics quickly. So I'm just gonna the next bit. All I want really is a yes or no answer. So the Switch sales, obviously, we ran over. They've hit 111 million. It's actually down 23%. Microsoft down. Sony down. Everybody's experiencing downs. I mean, in my opinion, it's because there was just so many ups during lockdown and everything like that. So it's inevitably going to go down. However, the one question I wanted to ask you is: are you sticking by your prediction? I can't even remember what you guys said. I can't remember what I said. I is you're sticking with your prediction, Callum? You sticking with your
Yeah,
prediction?
I think I went low, didn't I? And I think I'll
He
stick
said
with
it
it
would
as well.
just missed it. I
Yeah.
think Ridger said it would just beat it. I think, and I think I said it would just miss it as well. So yeah, so that's the only thing I wanted to discuss on that one. And then
Also, do you reckon that's cost of living crisis?
I think not
Mm,
just Switches, just video game in general had a massive boom, and I think a big cost of living crisis as well. Kind of, I think has a little bit to do with it, but I think just it had a massive, massive surge, and everything went up massively. So yeah, of course, it's going to eventually go down. But of course,
oh, really?
yeah. I mean,
I kind of get that. I kind of get it, you know. Like, I don't use my PS5 anywhere near enough. Like, I wouldn't sell it, but I do sort of understand the thinking behind people selling them because I don't
yeah. I
know.
mean,
Is there enough on them if
not
you
at the moment.
compare it to a PC?
Not anything exclusive. That's the problem. That's the issue. Like you can still
Mm,
play them on PlayStation 4. So
yeah, true.
I do agree. I just think obviously the sales are still going down, but they're not by no means like struggling.
Mm.
111 million is 111 million. It's now yeah, no, they will 100. Mm, mm, yeah, yeah, they'll go up. It will go up. Will they hit the heights? Is another question because it's getting to a long generation otherwise. But I think that's a discussion I think we will probably revisit on the podcast at a later date. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
But we did really well at answering just yes or no to that question. I think.
yeah, I know. We
Good
just
job,
kept it
us.
quick. But that is the last topic we will discuss for today. We were going to do was do an updated top 5, but I think we sort of touched on that, so we're not going to do that just yet. I think we will save that to another day. I think we will start to wrap this up with one of the favourite. Yes, Callum, with
Mini game.
mini game, and then we will leave you guys to whatever you're doing, guys. Everybody, just hopefully you've stuck around. We need to pick a word. We're going to get through this mini game. Currently, we are tied 2-2.
It's quite the comeback from Ridges.
It is quite the comeback.
I mean, I didn't expect to be in a position where I was in it. So I'm just happy to be here.
This could go either way. I've got to say this got to go either way. It's a little bit of a longer. It might be a little bit of a long game. Who knows? But so this is something I've just been looking at, and then I come across. So without cheating.
Oh,
right.
What's the point?
I know you guys like to cheat.
Love cheating.
But I have pulled off some Twitter accounts. Right? They are Twitter accounts that someone has adopted a video game character.
Okay.
Obviously, this video game character hasn't suddenly come to life and created an account. Obviously, this isn't necessarily created by the creator of that person. I will give you their name, a brief description, and then you've got to tell me how many followers they've got.
Okay.
Whoever's closest gets the point.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one, he said, the description is, I've had an interest in life, parody account, at Chris Redfield, Mr. Resident Evil, Chris Redfield. So it's at Chris Redfield. So it's actually at Chris Redfield. It's not Chris Redfield 1, 2, 3. At Chris Redfield. How many followers do we think there's? And we'll go first Ridges, then Callum, then the next one, Callum first, Ridges, and so on and so forth. 100,000. Callum.
I was going to go a lot lower, so I'm going to go 40,000.
Okay, well, you both overshot it massively. It's 2,423 followers. So Callum, chalk one up to Callum. I need to write down somewhere.
Don't worry, I'll remember.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 1-0 so far. Yeah. So Chris Redfield's almost 2,500 followers. He hasn't even got. Callum's going to beat him very soon.
Richards is almost there.
I am a true video game hero. I am a true video game hero. No. Make that a legend. A true video game legend. And I've been doing this since you were probably in diapers. Cranky Kong. Donkey Kong Sr. How many followers has Cranky Kong got?
It's a great name. Cranky Kong is a great name. So straight off the bat, it's going to be higher than Chris Redfield, I think. So I'm going to go with. I'm tempering my expectations. 6,000 followers.
Which is.
Oh, you
higher.
dirty dog!
He went higher. I mean, that's the advantage of going first, maybe. However, 2-0.
Yeah.
Again, massively overshot. It wasn't even into the thousands. It was 266 followers. 266 followers. I mean, both of you have got more followers than Cranky Kong. So, okay, here's one that is actually very topical. This one should be interesting.
Right.
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. to train them is my cause.
Mario.
Ash Mario
Oh,
at Ash underscore Ketchum.
ketchup.
Ketchup. So Ridges, how many followers do you think at Ash Ketchum has got? And may I say that after this podcast, all of these are going to get heaps more followers.
They're at least a million each.
Yeah, this is a bit. Very precise. 2,128. Ridges, give you a number.
That
No, sorry, not Ridges, Callum. Sorry, Callum. My bad. my
Ridges, give us another number. I think it's going to be higher than Chris Redfield, so I'm going to go 3,000.
bad. Okay. Well, I would say, Ridges, that was a very, very, very good guess. And he's on the board. It's 2-1 to Callum. It was 1,874 followers.
Ooh,
Very, very close.
Very close.
Very close.
Chris Redfield, my word.
Chris, yeah, he's done all right. Okay. Let's go to I am Commander Shepard, and this is my favourite feed on the Twitter Dell. We'll bang, okay? Affiliated with Bioware and Spirit only. At Shepard _ effect.
Is it a farming simulator?
It is not a farming simulator.
Oh,
I believe Callum is familiar with Mass Effect.
I am. Laura is literally playing Mass Effect right now.
Oh, there you go. How many followers?
Okay.
Is it Callum's turn? I think it is.
Yeah, it's mine.
Callum, how many followers do you think at Shepard _ effect?
I think that's a bad username, so I think this is going to be lower. I'm going to go with 908.
Okay, cool. Callum takes an extended lead. It's 3-1. Very good guess again. These guesses are getting better. 1,433
Ooh.
followers. Yeah.
I was either going to go higher or lower in a game where you're only two choices.
I'm going to give you guys a choice.
Ooh.
No, not a choice, actually. Sorry. I'm going to give you the description. Tell me who it is and what you think the at is. I'm
Right.
tired of living in my brother's shadow.
Got it.
I mean, there's no points for guessing. unless you get
It's going to be Luigi, isn't it?
Luigi. What do you think the at is?
Not Mario.
At not Mario and at Luigi. It's not. Do either of you remember what Mario's surname is?
No.
No, it's Mario. Mario. So this is I'm tired of living in my brother's shadows at Luigi Mario. Luigi Mario. So how many followers do you think Luigi Mario's got? Ridges.
No, it's got to be higher than that. Luigi Mario. It's got to be higher than that. 2,000.
2,000. Again, a very good guess, Ridges. Unlucky Callum. He's got 2 on the board. 3-2 to Callum. It's 1,255 followers.
Really?
Yep.
I don't get Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't get. How's Chris Redfield higher than all of these?
Well,
Chris Redfield could just be like a businessman.
it was at Chris Redfield. Remember, they've got pictures of the characters on there.
Yeah. No, I get that, but like,
of it.
yeah, exactly. At Luigi Mario.
Yeah,
Ash Ketchum.
People don't know Luigi Mario as Luigi Mario, so maybe that.
I mean, most people know Ash Ketchum as Ash Ketchum, though.
That's true. Okay, the next one. We've had 5. We're rolling through it. Bounty Hunter Extraordinaire at 1. Samus Aran.
I don't know who that is.
Metroid.
Oh.
The lead character of Metroid.
Gonna be low. 406.
Yeah. Both of you undercut it.
Oh,
quite a bit. So that means Ridges is 3-3. It was actually our most impressive with 4,103. What? And it wasn't even at Samus Aran, it was at one Samus Aran. So,
no, that's this game.
so we're at 3-3. It's getting interesting. We've got ex-soldier Strife Delivery Services at _Cloud Strife, the lead character of Final Fantasy VII. Cloud Strife. How many followers does Cloud Strife have? Ridges, I believe it's your turn. The at _Cloud Strife.
So. Now that is hilarious because I was genuinely now going to say 1,500, so I will stick to that. But that's amazing that we're so near.
Well,
1,500.
you're actually both very, very close. But 4, 3 to Callum.
Yeah.
1,860. Both very close. Very, 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 very close. Okay. And again, this was on our topics. Zeus will pay at the real Kratos.
Rubbish. The real Kratos is it's an all right username, I'd say. So I'm gonna say it's probably out. It's probably 2,223 followers.
I thought you were going to go low with your initial.
I know, it's because I don't like him. Either higher or lower, Ridges. It's literally the game. Just go with your gut.
So you went lower, and you think it's higher. It's actually massively, massively lower.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
342.
Wow.
So that's 4 all.
4 all. How many questions are there? 10.
There is 10 questions and potentially a third.
Tiebreaker.
Sorry, a tiebreaker, not a
Third. Third question.
Okay, so this is silent protagonist type. Saver of princesses. I look good in green. Love the Master Sword, but wish it was a lightsaber. At legend_of_Zelda. Link. So it's Link is the name, but it's the at is legend_of_Zelda. Whose turn is it? I've forgotten. Yours. Okay. Where are you going with this one? At legend_of_Zelda. What are we thinking? 1,200. Okay. Callum?
700.
700. Is that did I hear right?
Yes.
700. 4. Bridges is in there. God. Was it 4 or was it? I thought it was 4-3 to Callum. Oh no, 4. 5-4, sorry. 5-4 to Callum.
I was like, nobody got a point. What happened?
No, sorry. 5-4 to Bridges. It was, you both undershot it massively. It was our most impressive follower take. It's 7,000. Oh, what, you want to double down on 7,000? What, Callum, do you want to?
4,000.
4,000. It was not 4,000. It was 31.7 thousand.
I was close. I was only 30,200 off.
Okay, so it's 5-4. Callum.
That's not what you said. As the official points totaler, I think we can all agree it's 4 all.
Callum needs this one. I'm Master Chief. Who the hell are you? At Master Chief _117.
Oh, it's my turn as well, isn't it? Oh.
How many followers do you think Master Chief at Master Chief _117?
What's the significance of 117? Is there anything in the game? There is. 1,600.
You know, this is very close. It was very easy to get the score before because you were going basically lower or higher. But this one's in between.
Ooh.
However, we're going to a tie break.
Oh, no way!
This is the closest any of you have guessed, I believe. It's 1,776 followers.
Ooh.
There's a very, very good guess by Callum, and it's nail biting stuff. So
Here we go. Good luck.
the tie break. It's 2-2 in games. We're down to a tiebreaker. And who else is going to take us to a tiebreaker other than the man who shits down your neck? Balls of Steel, check. Right, shot down. Bubblegum, all out. The real Duke deal. It ain't an arse since 1991. It is the Duke. Duke Nukem at actual Duke Nukem. At actual Duke Nukem.
Now, as this is a tie break, I don't think Ridges should go first because it would be Ridges first here, and I think that's unfair on him. So I think we both need to have a number, and then we both just say the number at the same time.
I'll tell you what, why don't you both message me individually?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just say a number. Okay, hold on. I need to think of my number. I've gone out of focus. Of all the times to go out of focus, camera. There we go. Yeah, I've got my number.
Have you got your number? I'll count you down when you. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen out because I'm gonna. When you're both talking, it's gonna be hard to see. 3, 2, 1.
1,000. Ooh.
Oh, I didn't really get Bridges in there.
And I went 1,000.
Oh, what? This is the closest it's ever been. 1,000, 1,400. I can tell you it was
Ridges, isn't it?
almost in the middle. It was 1,000. It was 1,237.
Oh.
So close. It was almost bang in the middle. Ridges takes the lead in the game, in the series. 3-2 to Ridges. What an end. 1,237. Can't believe you guys Callum's walked off. Oh dear. Oh, that was the exciting nail biting tiebreaker. I mean, literally. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe how close that was. It was 37.
I knew it.
37 people, 37 followers was what all it was. That in
It's almost
between.
like we planned it.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was actually really fun, guys. We did. I think we probably went on a lot longer than we anticipated for tonight. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Again, drop your comments in the oh, one last order of business. What's the word?
37.
37. 37. Pop 37 if you watched the whole entire podcast
Yeah.
in the comments. Again, Tanya, give us a comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Follow each. We're going to do your outros. Also, pop some questions in that you'd like us to cover in the next episodes, and we will hopefully get round to them. I can't even get close to my camera that close. But yeah, so Bridges, where can we find you? But we are waiting. Yeah, we are waiting for turn. So Bridges,
Confirmed.
fingers crossed. And Callum, where can we find you?
You can find me on YCallum on Twitch, YCallumY on Twitter, YCallum on YouTube here. That's it. I haven't got any funny. I was going to say something about a supermarket, but I don't know where that was going, so I'm not going to do that joke. So
You could
sorry.
do the joke, but no,
I don't know what it was. I was making it off on a whim. It
Okay.
didn't work.
And you can find me at Flawed Gamer on Twitter, Flawed Gamer on Twitch, although I am currently inactive on the platform. And you can find us at 16-Bit Rivals, and obviously on what you're watching now. So everyone, thank you very much. That was episode 6. We are 16-Bit Rivals. Have a good week.
Pew 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 pew.